What is up, folks? Welcome back to the Global Speedrun 70-Star League. This is Division 1. I am Shantastic, coming at you with Electric here in the booth. How's it going, Electric?
It's going good. Let's look at these standings real quick. RockChalk kind of hurting for points, but with the win today, could propel himself all the way above Proto Man. We're also looking at Heisenburger trying to get some points for himself, also a tad low in the standings. So really, this is just a fight to get some points to help improve a little bit more in the standings. Both these guys, really, RockChalk has suffered a lot from just a really hectic schedule that's included a lot of really big players. Still managed to clutch a couple of wins. Meanwhile, Heisenburger has had a little bit of trouble finding his footing. Let's see what these guys can pull out for this race today. We got them getting started. We'll have that quick resync for y'all, and we'll be well on our way. We just got done with a horrible goose terrorizing an English village. Now we get a horrible red hat man gonna terrorize a castle full of swamps, skeeters, whatever else.
True. We need some truers in chat for that. And we've got an all-American matchup coming at you. USA #1.
No good, sir. It is my opinion that England is #1.
Oh, well, I might have to agree with you on that.
Let's see. I think both these guys are going to be pulling out that kick setup for the Lakitu skip. Pretty consistent stuff there, as long as you can get the timing good on. And Heisenburger getting that perfect lineup. RockChalk a little bit of ski, but making it work.
Nice and Cleansville for both players.
Go.
All right, let's see these bomb clips now. We've seen some people have some inconsistency with this. Heisenburger notably saying it's a very hard trick for him even still, and showing it now. Getting the bomb blowing up in his face, just trying to grab probably a frame.
Well, he's going to back it up like a champ.
A nice comfy medium bomb back up there. Now RockChalk heading towards the slide. Heisen going to be right behind. And get those guesses out. I'm going to go ahead and say a 12-9 from Heisen, a 12-8 from RockChalk. What about you, Chan?
I'm going to say a 12-9 from Heisen and a 12-7 from RockChalk. Because I'm a contrarian, okay?
Well, okay. Commentator coming in with the fire. Let's see. Looking like a pretty decent 12 from RockChalk. A 12-6. Both of us underestimating his abilities on the slide. Eisen with a really, really nice jump. He's probably also going to be managing a 12.
I'd take a 12-7.
Nice.
Runner's even more contrarian than commentator. Very impressive.
The script tells them they can have a little bit of slack, but no, they want to play pretty optimally on that slide. Let's see if that optimal gameplay continues into Wumps now. Very, very difficult stage, especially at the D1 level. They're probably going to be going for at least full cycle, if not. And so much can go wrong on this stage. It gives you tons of time.
Well, you know, you can only optimize choreography so much. Every now and then you'll get a frame off here, frame off.
Yeah, RockChalk very nearly falling off the...
But picks up that texture setup there.
Very, very nice. Minimal time loss from that ledge grab. Heisen taking the corner, but pretty well the standard way you want to move around there. RockChalk, I think, just tried to cut it a little bit. Cannonless on both sides. Very, very nice to see. For those that don't know, there are 2 pixels you can hit that wall at that Mario will attempt a ledge grab, which will result in him getting the star. If you hit anywhere on the wall other than those 2 pixels, you'll inevitably not get the ledge grab.
RockChalk was owlless there, though.
Yeah, he'll still be ahead of Heisen if he's able to get it on this attempt. Let's see it. It looks good. If Heisen gets a first try, that's a pretty decent time save for him. Gets right into the fence. Very nice.
Now he's back on RockChalk's heels with that, and we've got a barn burner going in here. RockChalk about 10 seconds behind ideal Womp's pace. Oh, gets a little bit choked up there and definitely going to be missing the cycle. Going to have to go for a half cycle, a halfie. And Heisen right on his tail, but looks like Heisen, I think, went for intermediate. Not quite sure. Oh, RockChalk actually making pro cycle.
Yeah, that full cycle was so close. He had to miss those first 2 coins to grab
Oh wait,
it, but
RockChalk
he's
went for intermediate. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the difference there,
Yeah.
for those that don't know, full cycle is where you start out with the coin ring of 8 beside, well, like, under where RockChalk is now. Pro cycle is where you actually go for that line on top of the rock formation. And then half cycle, if you're going for it from the start, is where you actually go from the dirt.
Yeah.
So 3 different opportunities to start, and 2 of them result in the same cycle. It's just one is much tighter. I'm surprised too that RockChalk was able to make that full cycle despite those kicks, because even though it's a little bit more lenient than pro, like that much time loss should have.
Yeah, very, very difficult to hit that cycle. Even though it is intermediate, commentator mistakenly brain farting, calling it a pro cycle. Clearly has been hitting the sake. Might be a little sleep deprived as well, but gonna have to figure out something.
Oh, but Heisenburger gonna show off Mario's feet to us from the top of that tree there. Timing that A press timing that A press properly is a little weird because there's a delay from when you hit the tree to when you can actually jump back. And you want to hit up on the control stick right as soon as you jump, but if the jump comes out a little bit too early, typically Mario will do that.
Indeed, and Heisen head back in here. Gonna be heading up to fight some Womp. And Heisen now sporting a slightly... But RockChalk, an expert in killing Womps. RockChalk actually is what the police use to outline Womp corpses in murder cases. And Heisen gonna be picking up the star right here. And yeah, looks like we've got a nice and close thing going on. Gonna be headed up to the top of the fortress.
RockChalk having a little bit of trouble. Gonna have to use the side flip setup to get back up here. Doesn't get the side flip to connect with the wall. Just a little bit too steep of an angle. He's finally gonna make his way to the top.
And yep, Heisenburger gonna be headed in here for the slide. I'm gonna predict I'm gonna go back to my 12-9, 12-7. I think that my Nostradamus skills were just one cycle off, and this is the one that's going to be the 12-9, 12-7. Coming in right now, take a look. I can't possibly be wrong.
I think dual 12-7s. Want to point out, 13-1 from Heisen. Didn't see his sloppiness at the start there. RockChalk with the interesting entry strat using that slide kick rollout. You don't see that very often.
Well, Heisenburger got
12-7 from...
Heisen got a 12-7 and a 13-1, so statistically, from a statistician's perspective, I was correct in predicting 12-9s.
Those averages work out super. Let's see if this wing cap will work out well. We've been picking up the first 2 reds very cleanly. It looks a little bit conservative, this arc, so RockChalk might make up like a second or so here based from the higher speed. Oh, but Heisen missing the tech skip, goes for the dive a little bit too low, and RockChalk with the rollout tech skip puts him in. Nice.
Indeed, RockChalk quite literally yeets his way into first place here in this race.
That button rollout is no joke. That is a very, very difficult strat, both because of the precision and flying required, and the timing for the rollout is more precise.
Indeed, but we're going to be hitting some Dark World here, and looking at the lead here, Dark World performance is absolutely going to determine who is in the lead coming out. Looks like both players on shake pace. Yes, indeed, both players pretty much on chick pace. A little bit too late to be hitting Shia, I think. I don't think either of these players was going for that, especially in a marathon. Heisen going for the budget shake, and actually that's gonna loosen just a tiny bit of time. Not a huge deal, honestly. But overall, when they lose with this, you know, that's like a 25% increase to RockChalk's lead for sure.
Very nice movement to close out the stage here. Let's see how their Bowser throws go. Not really expecting any weird miss here, but you never know what can happen, especially when people decide to go for the one spin. Bowser not really into dancing.
Oh, and Heisenburger not really into hitting that bomb either.
I think that would have made contact had he been aligned perfectly with the bomb, but going for that optimal spin timing and missing the actual throw angle just isn't a winning.
Official GSA commentator Onyx Ambassador entering chat. What's up, Rock On? Commentator here at the booth, a little bit bitter. Put a lot of work into trying to be the top dog in terms of shilling for Onyx and really, quite frankly, promoting their brand. Kind of feeling a little salty that another commentator seems to have taken the title, but alas, it was well fought and well deserved. Congratulations to Rock Onyx. Meanwhile, Sky Jump going pretty smooth, pretty clean.
Let's see how these CC. I believe Heisenburger primarily goes for CCM 18 for that extra bit of safety, but I think RockChalk has been a bit variable between 7. Rock On apologizing for taking the title in chat. I mean, it's a well-fought title. You shouldn't have to apologize for earning it. Why can't we all be Onyx Kings? Just like all of you in chat, just download the app through our link. You can be making more Onyx than, well, anyone.
Well, much like the Highlander, it seems there can only be one.
Oh, Heisen getting his momentum totally stopped.
An interesting take on the slip slide and away single star. Some Octogers in chat. Very stylish.
Oh,
nice backflip.
RockChalk diving right under the star. Very good back.
Indeed, the swag back up there. And Heisen going to be saving a penguin here.
RockChalk now committing to CCM 17. So we are going to see a bit of a route difference, but don't worry. After SSL, their routes will be completed. Let's see what happens here with Heisen's 100 coin.
RockChalk doing that CCM 17, as you said. Much safer for the nonce, but indeed. Sorry, as you were saying?
Oh, I was going to say, it's interesting how Heisen's deciding to do wall kicks will work last. I think he always does that, but it still kind of confuses me every time.
Yeah, I used to do that, actually. But then I saw everyone else doing wall kicks will work first, and then I switched to it, and that was that.
Okay,
Heisenburger not succumbing to peer pressure.
And he's still got his safety coin here. He got every coin in the arch, got that difficult shortcut. So yeah, he's going to be able to miss a coin at the end here. Very, very clean slot.
Very nice. Yeah, just beautiful. And RockChalk. The L is, of course, silent. But you know an L that is not silent? Is the L in Golf Clash. There's 2 L's actually. Check for yourself.
Wait, you're saying
Download
it's not Golf
for
Cash?
the It's not Golf Cash, no.
Well, I must have been mistaken since you seem to be able to earn a decent amount of...
This is true. You can earn a lot of Golf Cash there, or Goth Cash. Go to onyx.tv/speedrun and download Goth Cash, and play a little Goth. Have your choice of Cubs, and you know, maybe even get a hole-in-one.
RockChalk with that nice crouching strat to get the second hit on the boo there. I think Heisen's just going to play it safe and use the punch. That you have very, very little room with that crouch to act.
And RockChalk kicking off this this little boo arena. Gonna be headed here into Big Boo's haunt. And looks like Heisenburger going for Big Boo first, and RockChalk actually picking up the balcony star. Heisenburger doing the long jump here.
So
RockChalk had already finished his on.
And he's getting close now to SSL. We'll just got to grab a rabbit real quick, and we'll be in our 2+ attempts. Have to see if he's able to hold his consistency together throughout. The punch grab, swagging out here on Heisenburger.
And indeed, Frank has been spotted. Exciting times here at the Global Speedrun Association. We're gonna get in a pillowless attempt here. Hitting us up with that Tama.
The double jump, just barely on the lip, and he's in there on that first attempt. Gonna go ahead and grab the top of the pyramid star just to make sure that if the next attempt's burning, he's not gonna have to go back for it.
Indeed, and not to be one-upped, Frank is doing magic in the background, making a dog disappear. Eisen picks up the rabbit.
Eisen also with the punch grab, okay.
Just a clean
And the double Tama coming out.
Yeah, RockChalk is on the ball here. Gonna see some secrets come out.
Okay, a bit of a ledge grab, but it's not a big deal. Getting caught up a little bit in the sand. But he's still pretty well good to go. Heisen missing his first attempt. I didn't see whether he missed the jump or if he didn't get the grab. Probably the grab since he's using the talons in the back. And RockChalk falling off as if he's playing 120. That 120 experience coming on in clutch for this backup, but this is the start.
And RockChalk, we get a little fake sync going on here because RockChalk with a very solid 100 coin coming out of this SSL. Unfortunately, didn't be needing to go for that.
It looks like Heisen's having much better luck with double jump comes out. And he's in there, all right. So the riskiness somewhat avoided. They're really, really close together now. Eagle star counts, they have the same star left at the end of this. Let's see what's going to happen, especially as we move into LLL.
Indeed, RockChalk is going to be shining atop the pyramid, as is Heisen right behind him. And we are headed into land.
I prefer just calling it LOL, the first L in Lava's. The O was just...
Welcome to Ava Ava, and...
Oh, RockChalk taking an extra burn there. He needs this long jump to work, and the setup is not quite what he wants it to be. But he's able to make it work. Gets the bully dispatch. Just Just has to make it up the stair.
Here we go!
And looks like Heisen going to be cleaning up some red coins here.
Tego!
And RockChalk going to be killing some bullies. And Commentator going to spend too much time saying a single word. And it looks like these bullies have a little trouble going down, but the main thing is to get them pumped together. And RockChalk picking up the star. And Heisen going to be going for this big bully. And Commentator going to stop this before it gets too annoying. Heisenburger headed back toward that star. And RockChalk, looks like RockChalk going to be going over to a little bit of a wing cap. And yes, indeed.
Here we go!
Looks like Heisen doing that bully star right now. LOL, generally a pretty eventless. Hopefully, you like to think, hopefully, LOL will be a pretty eventless, uneventful, I guess. Not eventless, but uneventful sort of split. And if you didn't think there was a distinction, there is a distinction. So it looks like RockChalk just about almost close to finish here. Has 2 more stars to go, both of the volcano stars. And Heisenburger, pretty much the same. Looks like has managed to take the lead with slightly better movement, probably saving time on the bullies. That said, RockChalk has the Pro Boost, and that's going to allow him to take back some semblance of the lead. In fact, we're almost close to sync. Heisen is behind to the tune of a ledge grab, and this race is V exciting. The V, of course, stands for very, for those of you not familiar with us young people and our vernacular. Commentator pretending he's not just a big old boomer. Picture Steve Buscemi dressed up in teenage garb, and Heisen taking a booty burn. Another booty burn, does not want to take another. Gonna need to pick up an extra coin. And, oh no, RockChalk taking that double extra burn. And now Heisen solidly in the lead. RockChalk gonna be spawning inside the volcano. So not too far behind, but still that is going to be the lead for Heisenburger, currently seeking representation. That's the danger, dudes, and all friends. When you play with fire, sometimes your butt will catch fire. But that's why we head to Dire Docks, where nothing ever goes wrong ever. I promise. Little kleptomania in store for us as Heisenburger going to be collecting chests. Collect chests every day. Log in once every 4 hours to Golf Clash and get free stuff. Open a chest up to 6 times a day. I mean, why wouldn't you? Go to onyx.tv/speedrun and download Golf Clash. Play now. Earn 500 points toward a free sub. Looks like RockChalk with some masterful pickups on that star.
Here we go! Tego!
Heisenburger going to be headed here toward a submarine. Speaking of free subs, I believe Heisenburger is going to be going for that back sub. I wonder if RockChalk might go for front sub. just to come back in this race. Not likely, especially considering he is moving rightward. And Heisen had some formidable lag reduction here. Not the easiest thing to do, to be honest.
Here we go!
And Heisen going to be finishing up the Manta Ray Star. Has continued to build that lead over RockChalk. But we're headed into Fire Sea, and anything could happen here. There's so many different combinations of cycles that you can hit that will determine what your final time is. Everything is cycle-based, so you lose and gain time in increments, but the increments can be really, really, really small depending on exactly what you hit and what your ending can be. And Heisenburger already taking a booty burn. That's going to drastically affect what cycles are available to him. Probably not going to be able to get the lava boost, but that's the least of his problems right now.
RockChalk very, very cleanly on lava boost base still. See what he's able to pull out with the ending here. The triple jump is good. Those 2 wall kicks. Heisen, it's going to be a big toss-up as to whether he's going to be able to hit early Ellie's properly or not. It's not looking like it yet. Really unfortunate. Not able to cut this lead down really at all. So RockChalk going to be pretty drastically ahead moving on into wet dry world here, as long as he hits this throw.
Yeah, there's so many different endings you can get, and that saves small bits of time, but like, oh my god, Heisen just falling apart here. These endings can be so difficult to navigate, but none of that, all of that pales in comparison to simply missing early elevator cycle. There's so many endings you can get within elevator cycle, but if you miss that cycle, you're missing a lot of time. You're missing like 6 to 8 seconds between the end of the last cycle and the beginning of the next one. So it is very, very, very much very consequential. So you can be significantly ahead, as Heisen was, and with a couple, 2, 3, 4 mistakes, you are going to be well behind.
Yeah, no doubt. And as a token of good luck, Frank appearing from behind the windowsill, wishing RockChalk the best of luck and the best of RNG in this next area. I wonder if dogs have any effect on RNG manipulation. If having a pet around could potentially make your wet dry world RNG just a little bit better.
Well, the last race that Frank was particularly involved in, while I was in the commentary booth, he walked up right in the middle of a star and gave RockChalk a big old mlem. A little mlem to the cheek, and I think RockChalk won that race. So definitely, I'm not gonna say for sure that it has an effect, but possibly, and definitely doesn't not have an effect. So RockChalk could be opting for express elevator first.
Here we go!
Well, let's see if he does all of these other stars first. Heisenburger also opting to wait for a little while with 100 coin.
Yeah, I've been considering doing express elevator first myself because elevator is just, I don't know. Elevator seems like the easiest one to make like a horrible mistake on.
Oh, RockChalk not quite getting a wall kickable angle. I think he may have also just been kind of on the corner there, rather than the wall specifically. Oh, and then goes this time on the other side of the wall, so at least he's going to be able to do this more beginner backup. Heisen getting started on 100 coin. Skeeter RNG not playing in his favor, so he's already missed his safety coin.
Here we go!
But it's right in his way, though, so he's able to go ahead and grab it with just a little bit of time loss here. And the Skeeter, oh boy. Blue cycle's going to be a little bit tight now.
He should be fine.
Yeah. Not even blinking yet. Nice.
For sure. The basically like the main thing that can really get in the way is when the Skeeter starts in one position, you plan your movement around it, and then it jukes you over to the other side of the platform. That's the main part where you start to get into some Monka's territory.
A nice kick from RockChalk to dispatch that Skeeter.
Yeah, deciding not to go for that coin. Probably had the time to do it, but just decides, you know what? I trust in RNG. And with, quite frankly, I don't know about whether this is kosher with the rules, but RockChalk does have a partner controlling the RNG for him in the background of his webcam. So considering that, can't really blame him for playing it fast and loose. Gonna have to talk to the admins about whether that's legal, whether dog manipulation is really a good thing, but that's a question for next season.
Heisen with a very unfortunate ending to this, having to take this really extended backup here. Not even going to bother with the triple jump off the bridge. He's just going to get the wooden platforms up to get those last few coins for himself. RockChalk with a perfectly fine ending. Also, somehow I missed RockChalk doing the double-double. I saw it happen, but it didn't register the significance for some reason.
Indeed, gets the double-double box breaker. That's where you get 2 kicks and 4 boxes. With 2 feet to boot. No pun intended.
Heisen with the triple wall.
He pulls a RockChalk there.
Yeah, I think in this case he actually like hit A a little early because he got a bonk as if he could have wall kicked, but just wasn't able to. He's gonna go for the kick again.
Ooh, just gonna do the switch. Chat claiming Heisen has bad RNG because he doesn't have a dog. You don't see his face cam. You can't possibly know that. It's possible his dog is just a little bit less powerful than RockChalk's dog. It's a battle of the doggos, battle of the puppers, and quite frankly, Frank is winning. And RockChalk can be cleaning up these secrets here. Heisen's just right behind him though. Not too far behind. THI Secret's notoriously quick star, and Heisen cleaned it up real quick too.
Let's see RockChalk's top of the island here. I always want to call it top of the mountain, is that's what the tiny island kind of feels like. Ooh, very, very nice mountain clip there, but getting caught in the water at the very end, negating all that time save.
Yeah, I call it top. I like to call it top of the mountain because there's a box there with a star. There's a clip into it, and like, what do you call it? You could call it a mound. You could call it a hill. I guess pedantically, those would be more correct. But you know what? Just get off my case, Mom. Okay. Electric and I are completely valid in calling it a mountain. You guys know exactly what we're talking about. This is THI. It is demonstrably different from TTM.
Now, wait a minute. There's something kind of strange about Heisen here. Chat pointing out, and me realizing his star count is a star short right now. 2003 saying it was for a lava-less volcano. Did he have issues with lava boost? I didn't actually see.
It's entirely possible. We could see a THI Reds or an SL Reds to make up for it. Could just see a Toxic Mate.
I feel like I didn't actually see him do shocking aerolifts, but it's such a short star, I may have just missed it too.
Yeah, that makes that. Well, I mean, it would make sense if we didn't see it, but it's also that would definitely be a mistake, 1000%, because there's no reason not to do shocking aerolift, unless you're really scared of getting shocked. In which case, I don't think you understand the star.
Yeah, so it looks like Heisenburger just not even going to bother going back to wet drywall for it. He probably doesn't even realize yet that there's a problem. I hope he's able to realize before he gets into Tippy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any point where it's actually worth it to go back in. Probably better to just go for SL Reds or Toxic Maze. At some point, he's going to realize.
It's only, I think, like a 15-second start or something, so like it wouldn't take you 15 seconds to get back in the painting. And SL Reds takes, I think, in the realm of like 40 something. Not exactly sure. So I think like as long as he's in this upstairs sort of lobby-esque area, you know what he could do too is when he goes up to Tippy from HMC, he could just jump in wet dry rolled. Then the painting's right in his way.
He could do that, honestly. Yeah, that probably seems like the best idea. Is that after HMC, he just comes up and hops himself into Wet Dry World. We'll see if he has the game sense to be doing that, the star sense, so to speak.
RockChalk with a breezeless attempt. I was about to call it pillarless for some reason. The word breeze just completely escaped me.
Accurate, because he uses neither breeze nor pillar to get there.
Or a cannon.
Yeah, this
or an
is
owl.
Also cannonless. It is owlless. The only thing it's not is jumpless. You can't call it wallless either.
Heisen going in on reds. Let's see how these reds go. This can be a pretty deadly star in some cases, especially on these mushrooms. But playing it fairly comfy overall. Taking that wide path on the maze to avoid that weird slanted polygon. Oh, RockChalk kind of undercutting the jump there. What a backup there. That was really, really solid.
Solid red coins coming out from both players. A little bit better from Heisen. You're going to be seeing a box blast. Just a single box this time, no double box.
Very nicely done by Heisen.
And a shroom.
Oh, but RockChalk gets a weird angle here. He's going to take the death here. I think it's his last star in the stage, so he doesn't really have a choice.
Mamma mia!
He's going to re-enter, but Heisen, a star short, yet in terms of the courses, he seems to have a bit of a lead.
This is true. Of course, gonna have to make up that deficit. I would definitely, thinking about it, it seems perfectly intuitive. Probably the fastest thing to do is just enter Wet Dry World after HMC. But
That's
even
assuming
so,
though he realizes which one he's missing, because if he doesn't realize, he might not think to do that.
Totally true. I think if he doesn't realize which one, the fastest thing to do is right here, go for SL Reds.
Oh,
or
takes
go
the
for Toxic
bonk
Maze.
instead of the wall kick there.
Gonna be a Bonka S from us.
That's really like one of the most unfortunate parts of this game is if you hit a wall kick just a frame too early, you have no real backup for it because it's not like you have the real time to react to release and then repress A before Mario actually bonks away from the wall.
Indeed.
Virtually sync though, going on in for Wolf in the freezing pond. Let's see, will they hit the box on the ground pound? Rock missing the pound, but Heisen getting it dead on.
But Rock getting the ground pound star grab, Heisen not so much.
All right, let's see. Deep Freeze coming up next, coming up hot. Let's see what strats they go for here. There's actually, I think, like 3 different potential setups for Deep Freeze. Oh, Heisen doing Bully first just to subvert commentators.
Indeed, subversion of expectations, quite the theme here at the Global Speedrun Association. We did hire Hollywood writers for the script, so not too surprised. This is what Union Wage gets you, so definitely happy. We're seeing the top quality of script writing. The Deep Freeze gives up its own star to Heisenburger, who is done here. Now, is he going to do reds or is he going to exit stage is the question. And looks like he's exiting stage.
Yeah. We could see the Mario cams there. I think he may have realized there the star count was weird.
Yeah.
It's nice, though, how you already have 52 stars normally anyway, so mid spawning isn't going to be an issue unless you somehow miss 3 stars on your way over here.
Yeah, all he has to do is realize what's going on before he reaches Tippy. And he's going to be able to deal with it with hopefully not too much time loss, right? Like, at worst, he doesn't remember what star he doesn't have, and then he has to go into SL and do reds. Best case scenario, he remembers which star he doesn't have, and he just goes straight into Dark World, picks up that airlift star. And it's also possible that he realizes, you know what? I know that the star is in Wet Dry World, so I'll just look at the star menu and I'll do that star. That's also possible.
Gotta point out
Safest
RockChalk
scenario.
shaking hands with Frank now, wanting to ensure the good RNG on Watch for Rolling Rocks. Even though he's going to save that for a little bit later, he's going to give Frank a chance to affect the RNG before he actually goes for that star. Misses the first triple jump, but second one dead on.
Frank causes RockChalk to lose a bit of his lead. Still a star ahead, so operating on a bit of safety. But yeah, just to round out that thought, the safest thing for Heisen to do if he's not sure which star he's missing, probably just to do Toxic Maze here. We're going to see what he chooses to do, though.
Yeah, going for emergency exit now. If he goes up on that platform again, he's definitely going to be doing Toxic Maze. TGC, thank you so much for the 50 bits.
Frank says hi back.
Heisen going on in for Rolling Rock. First boulder's nice, and the second one's pretty decent too. Very cleanly executed.
Indeed. RockChalk headed here into the amazing emergency exit, and I'm getting a little worried for Heisen. I really hope he's seeing the star count. Hope he's not thinking of getting Bowser in the Sky Reds as his 70th star to make up for it, because that would require a couple of disqualifying strategies to be played. Hopefully he does not go for that. Christmas Miracle coming out from Heisen.
And RockChalk all done in HMC, going to be heading on up to Tippy now. Okay, let's see how Heisen takes this.
Looks like he knows. I think we're going to be seeing What Dry World here. Indeed we are.
Yep, hopping right on in. Okay. And of course, it's the first star highlighted, so he knows exactly which one it is, not having to parse through the menu.
Just beautiful game sense from Heisen.
You're not really losing much of any time, to be honest. I really wonder how much time it would lose to do Wet Dry World late. Well, because you wouldn't have 50 stars, it'd probably lose at least one.
Well, doing Wet Dry World late, you couldn't do it because it would defeat the purpose of going to HMC early, which is getting MIPS. But,
yeah.
But missing one star and having to go back in for it probably loses, I'd say, 2 seconds, maybe 3.
All right, now RockChalk has Lakitu bounce under his belt. Let's see if Heisen can match this real quick. He's got the side flip. Wall kick. Bouncing right up. See the jumps. Okay, RockChalk taking a death here. Misses the triple on the side of the island there.
Indeed, RockChalk decides to go skydiving, forgets to take a parachute. Mario's really great at jumping. Not so great at, what's that thing you do after jumping? Where the parabola and acceleration.
Is it called rising? No. Ascending? No, that can't be it.
It's with an F. Failing. That's what it is. Failing.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Now Heisen moving in towards reds. RockChalk already has tricky triangles under his belt, going in on his own reds here. Still has a lead over Heisen, but it's not super substantial.
And RockChalk cleaning up these reds. Nice and squeaky. Commentator losing his train of thought. Heisenburg bonking.
Taking that same death that RockChalk just took. Well, actually a little bit later because he actually got the jump, just not the wall kick. RockChalk only has swinging left. This one can be a little bit dangerous, but as much time as these guys have put into it, and as comfortable as they must be with out-of-notch angles, this one should be fine, but RockChalk is going to be taking a slide instead of a side flip. He's going to have to go for this flame shooter backup. Let's see how well practiced he is at it. The angle's a bit weird, but he makes it work. And so he's moving right along to TTC while Heisen still has to do swinging.
Indeed, we're going to have to be swinging all over that breeze, is Heisenberg. Hopefully he doesn't have to go for that same backup. That is a dangerous backup. And we are out of Rainbow Ride. And I'd just like to point out from logic that was previously established in TTM that both of these runners successfully just did carpetless. So let's get some pogs in chat for that. RockChalk blazing through here on this TTC 100.
Let's see this wall kick. Very pivotal as he enters the 60 to 80 danger zone. Seems to be good to go though. Very, very nicely mounted on the strike platform there. Getting that dive to land on top is pretty
Indeed,
precise.
and hits the wall of destiny.
So he's backing up now. He's got the triple out and doesn't hit that second invis wall like we've seen before sometimes.
Oh man.
He's finishing this
the
off.
third one too.
Well, let's see Heisen finish this up. Could save some time if he doesn't get this invis wall here. And no wall in his face. Finishing up a little bit cleaner than RockChalk. Just a little bit more time in his pocket.
Heisen can save a little bit more time on this ending as well. RockChalk struggled a bit on that final stomp on the wall.
Oh, and gets
what
that
a
deep.
nice
Oh,
hit.
but it falls off the thwomp though. We go for this backflip backup.
That was a highly visible wall. Heisen
Yeah, that
hit
was
it
just
anyway.
like the thwomp has such a weird surface to him that it's really hard to determine what can be stood on and what just slides you right off. Very nearly getting that famous D whatever backflip, but unfortunately
And
just
Wesley
not quick enough.
91 throwing a gift sub at On Talent Ball. Hopefully On Talent was ready for it, didn't get hurt. Sometimes those gift subs can hit you pretty hard. Yeah, hopefully Wesley yelled for, much like he should, before a shot in Golf Clash.
RockChalk with a very nice pit and pendulums as he just chugs through his time moving. Heisenburger goes for this triple jump wall kick, and it works out for him yet again. Same with RockChalk as he's going for get a hand. Just a couple time stop stars away from bits now on RockChalk's side.
Chat pointing out that this will come down to Bowser throws. Commentator agreeing almost by definition.
RockChalk having to take a ledge grab there. But manages to get that side flip still pristine. Side
I
flip
will
for-
say, still time ledge grabs far less scary.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. You get a ledge grab in time moving, especially since we always do time moving fast, it can be a big rip.
Chat pointing out races neck and neck. Commentator can confirm that both players do have necks. And RockChalk going to be finishing up these reds. Looks like Heisen headed in here. Also on stop time for red coins.
Right, RockChalk with some pristine stair movement. He needs bits to go well.
He definitely does need bits to go well, or at least Heisenburger's bits to go worse if it doesn't.
Okay, let's see what's RockChalk going to be going for. Moving left looks like, and he nails it.
Very interesting moving left.
Oh, and Heisen with the bonk.
Heisenburger going for the slide and bonk strat. Fulfills its intended purpose. Not sure it was the best move for this run.
Okay, let's see these throws from RockChalk. He's hoping for a 3-throw fight. He'll have to miss a few for Heisen to pull back ahead, but it could definitely happen still.
First throw comes down. Second throw down. Oh wait, no, that's the third throw. Never mind.
That'll be GG for RockChalk, pulling out a high 50, probably like a 46 or so.
Still has to grab the star. Could go in the wrong direction. Long jump off the edge. Doesn't opt to do that. Probably a smart decision.
GG's to RockChalk. Let's see what Heisen can pull out here. He can finish within a minute of RockChalk's time.
Indeed. He can get a 51 3x, and that'll net him a nice, juicy 25 points.
Let's see. Heisen just needs one more throw, and it looks good. The distance, good, and that will be it for this race. GG's to both of these guys. Pretty neck and neck one. Just Heisen not quite able to recover from some of those earlier mistakes, especially in like LOL and such. At least I think, because whenever I saw them last in SSL, they were pretty close. But very nice, solid race. RockChalk should be moving up just a little bit more in the standings with this win, but Heisen preventing him from taking really more than 65 or so points. So
Indeed.
huge
26
GG's to
points
both.
for Heisenburger. So that's going to be a nice little pickup for him.
Stay
yeah.
tuned, folks. We got more racing action coming right at you. Right after this is Protoman versus Blue Esports own Paracusia. And then following that, Draws versus Benji. So we've got a full day lined up. Of course, as I'm sure many of you are aware, the match of the Titans, Cheese versus Punkay, happening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So don't go anywhere, folks. We got more Mario action coming up in just a bit. But for now, I'm Electric. Shan, thank you so much for joining me in the booth.
Pleasure was mine. Enjoy the rest of the night and stay tuned.